Hey everyone, today is January 27th, and I know it's been a while since I made a video, but school's been kind of crazy, so anyway, today is Holocaust Remembrance Day, US I believe, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but because it is, I was going to have Shmuel on my shoulder, but because he's named after my uncle Shmuel. But Shmuel has decided that lately he doesn't want anything to do with anybody. He just wants to fly to the top of the fridge and pretend that it's a fort. And he gets kind of aggressive, so he's going to remain in his cage until Corky gets home, because Corky's the only one that can get him off the fridge. Instead of Shmuel being a special guest, I have decided that I will show you guys pictures of my grandparents who came through the war. They were never, like, in the concentration camps or anything, but and also share with you guys a book I've been reading that's really good about that. Okay, so also you're gonna get to see pictures of baby me, because these pictures are of me with my dad's parents. Okay. If you can see this. This is my dad's dad, my grandpa Nathan, and that's me crying because I don't know why. Look, you can see the reflection of my iPhone in the pictures. Anyway, that's my grandpa, and he looks just like my dad. This picture is my grandpa, my dad, me, and my grandma. Her name was Esther. My grandpa passed away when I was a baby, like not too long after this picture actually. He passed away, I think I was about 6 months old, so I obviously don't remember him. And then my grandma, right there, she passed away when I was 10, and I really miss them both, even though, I mean, I met my grandpa, but I didn't really know him all that well, but I really miss him. And my grandma was very funny and really adorable. Let's see, is there anything else on that page that's worth showing? I don't think so. So those are my grandparents, and I do have actually a picture of my Uncle Shmuel, but it's not here, it's at my parents' house. But he was really cute. He was my grandpa's brother. And I guess I can just like really fast tell the story of my grandparents and stuff. And my aunt, my dad's sister, is not in any of those pictures. But she's 10 years older than him. And before my dad was born, right at the end of the war, World War II, my grandparents and my aunt walked and hitchhiked from Lithuania up through like Russia and Poland and all these places into Germany, where my dad was born after the war. But I think my grandpa's brother, one of my grandpa's brothers, died in the war. My great-grandparents, I don't know which set, maybe both, were killed by the Nazis. And my grandpa's brother Shmuel, who's my bird's namesake, ended up in Israel, and I got to meet him when I was 6, and he was really sweet. Anyway, my dad was born in Germany, and after the war, and then they came to the United States when he was 3, and they lived on a chicken farm. So my dad is not too fond of chickens, but he likes my birds. And my grandpa made shoelaces, and he used to say to my dad when I was a baby, and he saw me, he said, "Sie hat blichdicke Augen," which means she has shining eyes in Yiddish, because they spoke Yiddish. And my grandma called me Ketzele, which means little cat or kitten, because my name's Kate. And my dad, she called him Labele, because his name was Labe, which means lion, and Labele means little lion. So in Yiddish, everything that you like put a pet name on is Le, instead of like how we have E, like Katie, that I hate to be called. So he was Labele, and she called my grandpa Notele, so it was cute. Anyway, this book is a book I picked up at this bookstore. It was like this big red dot means that it was on sale. I got it for like $3. It's called From a Name to a Number. The author's name, I'm guessing the way it's supposed to be pronounced is Alter Weiner. But anyway, it's really, really good. I haven't finished it yet. I'm only on page 75. But it's really good. I totally recommend it if you can find it. And it really makes me think of my grandparents a lot. And honestly, you know, to tie this into like the theme that I often bring into my videos, the fact that they went through the war and were hungry, it makes me feel really guilty sometimes for having an eating disorder. But my grandparents, so I'm like afraid that they would have been mad at me, or that, you know, I personally believe in heaven, so I believe they're in heaven, and that they would be mad at me. But they didn't really get mad, you know. I feel like, sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they would understand if I explained it. But like, I guess my grandma used to like chase my mom around with food, because like my mom was really, really small. So it was just funny. My grandma would say, eat, eat, you need to eat. So the running joke in our family is that she'd be chasing me around with potatoes, which is how she said that word. So anyway, I wear my Magen David every day. I really miss my grandparents. I feel really close to my dad's side of the family, actually. That's not to say I don't love my mom's side of the family, but which I do. But anyway, and I really love my aunt and my cousins that are from like this side of the family. Like, I just really love everybody. So anyway, happy Holocaust Remembrance Day, if such a thing can be happy. But it's really important to remember that that happened, you know. And oh yeah, another good thing about this book is that like you can see the guy, his face when he was all skinny and like sick from the camps. There's a picture. Doesn't he look awful? But he even says that like it's unfair to hold a grudge against an entire people for one thing that happened. And I think that's a really valuable lesson to like have in your head for everything that happens. Like, you know, it's unfair to say, it would be unfair for somebody who had dealt with like, for example, it would be unfair for somebody to hate all men because one man was abusive, or vice versa. You know, I'm not trying to be politically incorrect here. I'm just making an example. You know, or like if one dog bites you, it's unfair to hate all dogs because not all dogs are going to bite you. Or if one bird bites you, you know, which God knows happens a lot in my house, it's unfair to hate all birds just because one bit you one time, a long time ago, or whatever. So I just really, really like everything that he brings up in this book, and I just think it's a really, really well done thing so far, and this is what he looks like now. It reminds me of my grandpa a little bit. Anyway, so I guess that's it. Okay, well, I hope you guys are gonna have a really great weekend. It was sunny here today. I got to take my motorcycle out for a little bit. That was nice. And yeah, talk to you soon. Okay, bye.